Peace and many, many blessings. This is Shango Ray, aka Real Ray, your intuition's mouthpiece when that monkey mind wants to take over. And the title of this video is You Can't Magic Your Way Out of dot dot dot. I'm gonna keep this real short, okay? Uh you see where I'm at. You know, it doesn't matter what you know, what you got, what you don't got, how experienced you are. I mean, yes, it does. If you really gonna be about this occult shit, magic shit, it really does. It's invaluable and it's paramount. Your own emotional intelligence, especially when it comes to you. And I'm saying that because there's going to be times, and just like right now, for some of you, this is a very dark time right now. You know, you're doing your best not to let them see you sweat, you know, doing the whole not to let them see you sweat. But there's those times, there's those seasons where there's a loss of some kind. And pain, deep, deep pain. And you can't magic your way out of that. And I'm making this video because I know that as we start getting into the occult, a lot of us get into the occult to avoid pain, or to avoid pain through having this sense of control. Like, I can manifest shit, I can make shit happen, I can do this, I can do that. It does not matter what you know. You can light a whole fucking pack of candles. You can sacrifice 1,000 chickens. There are some situations in life that are going to come, if they haven't already, and if they have already, there may be another one. There will be another one that you are not going to have control. And that the level of pain, grief, will test every fiber of your being. But I want you to know, and I'm almost begging you, another aspect that makes these times harder is our own. A lot of us will project that back onto ourselves. What if I did this? If only I did this. If I didn't do that. And the fact of the matter is, you're going to make choices. You make choices every day. Some of them are going to appear to be mistakes. I say appear because there's many times in my own personal life anyway that I can look back and see a lot of success. And if I trace back the chain of events, it leads me back to a fucking mistake, as paradoxical as that is. But I'm trying to get back to my point there. But it doesn't matter what you do. When you go through those times where no matter who you talk to, no matter what you go and do, you can try and smoke it away. You can try and drink it away. And maybe that will give you some respite for a second. The only thing that there really is to do in certain situations is just to allow that feeling, that pain, that grief, that whatever it is that is burdening you. It seems to be burdening you. A lot of what feels like the burden too is our resistance to it, because being in this human body, one of our instinctive things is to run away from pain. you know, and run towards pleasure. But in some cases, it's going to come and it's going to keep coming and it's going to keep coming. And you just have to allow it to take its course, you know? I mean, that's just the bottom line of it. You're not going to escape. There's nowhere to run. If you're in a room full of people, you'll still feel isolated by that pain, by that whatever else it is that, is crushing your heart. And I don't want to, there's another propensity I wanted to mention here, that people tend to start thinking like, well, what did I do wrong? It almost seems to be like residual religious type of thinking, like this must be happening because I did something wrong. Children think that way. From 0 to like 7 especially, somewhere around that period, that age range, but they don't have a critical factor. They can't think like, oh, well, mom's just had a bad day, that's why she's acting like a bitch. They unconsciously internalize everything. And many of us still do that. And I want you to know, nothing you could or couldn't have done would have probably, and I say probably because everybody's situation is different, but we're here now. And this bench is killing my ass. Anyhow, we're here now. And it is what it is now. And the best you can do is to just move forward. Allow yourself to move forward. If you got to pull over to the side of the road, by all means, do that shit. If you're going through some real heavy duty shit where it's just hard to get through the day, the knife didn't go in your heart. It went through that bitch. Then do what do that. But I mean, you can try and stop, but I also want to tell you one last thing. Your pendulum has already begun to swing the other way. All right? So to the extreme and the extent that shit seems to be fucked up, or shit seems to hurt, or shit seems to whatever, it's already begun swinging the other way. All right? I want you to know that. Okay? From me to you. Now, of course, if everything's hunky-dory for you, then I'm ecstatic for you and I'm happy for you. But I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those out there who know what I mean. There's hard times, and then there's those dark souls, those dark nights of the souls. And one thing about the dark night of the soul, it will test your pain tolerance level. You thought you could take pain and you're a strong person. The strongest person gets knocked down. So I hope that there's something in here. It's my intention that you extract even just one word that can assist you with whatever you're going through right now. Because let's just face it, there's going to be situations that you must walk alone. Nobody can go with you. You got to do it alone. Nobody's going to experience what you're experiencing either. They can empathize somewhat, but you got to go through it on your own at the end of the day. when nobody's around, just you. Peace and blessings.